Hola, I am Kiana Estadillo, a BS Ed Science major. Today, we are going to learn about audiovisual media. Let's start! Audiovisual materials are the most complete resources for teachers due to their availability and versatility. They enhance the learning experience of students and teachers alike. Now let's define some concepts. First is the audio material. They are tools to convey information through sound. The second one is the visual material. They are tools to convey information through sight. Next is the audiovisual material. They are a combination of sight and sound to convey information. Audio refers to the sounds produced by any device when played. Video. A video is an electronic medium for recording, copying, and broadcasting of moving visual images. Now let's go over to the functions of audiovisual materials. Audiovisual materials teaches music, literature, science, and documentation activities. It also teaches language and other content areas. Third, it fosters oral communication. And it doesn't stop there. Audiovisual materials motivates interpretation and make use of sketches and broadcasts. We are now in the types of audiovisual materials. In audio, first is the recordings. They may come in cassettes and CDs. Second is the radio broadcasts. It is the transmission of radio programs that can be live or taped. In visual media, we have bulletin boards. It is a form to display information on a board. Second are posters. Poster is a form of displaying information using text and pictures. On the right side of the slide, we have an example of poster. Amazing, right? In audiovisual media, we have motion picture videos. They are videos of sound mixed with motion images. Second are films, which we are familiar with, and they are defined as large sequences of animated scenes and sounds. Here are the guidelines for audiovisual materials in learning and in teaching. First is to use an MP4 format, a size of a 640 by 400, and a speed of 500 kbps. Second is to check copyright. It is important that we do not take claim of others' work to avoid copyright infringement. Third is to provide transcripts for audio and video files. Fourth is to save audio files in mono format. It is always important to provide alternative content. And lastly, images should be as small as possible. So what are the uses of audiovisual materials? First, they are never boring because they stimulate interest and emphasize. Second is they promote efficiency, and third is that they clarify subject matter topics. We are now in the advantages of using audiovisual materials in teaching. So, audiovisual materials can be reused since they can be downloaded and can be easily available or can be accessible to the teacher when needed in teaching. They can also reduce the quantity of asked questions since these materials can be viewed over and over again, so the questions of the students will be clarified. The disadvantages of using audiovisual materials in teaching. First, good pronunciation is needed. It is important to utter or say words clearly so that the viewers or the listeners can understand. Second, it can be difficult to understand for children. In using audiovisual materials, good internet speed is required for us to have a good flow of learning. Proper equipment is needed in using audiovisual materials for us to get the most out of it. Here are the ways to use audio to support learning. Unit podcast example. These are weekly updates of teaching material in current situations. Live online discussions. This is between 2 or more people having online discussions on a certain topic. Third, interviews with a subject matter experts. These can be used as a core or support for lessons. Student-generated recordings. It is used as a part of a learner activity or to record evidence. Next one is the recordings of public lectures. They can be repurposed and used for different contexts and subjects. Ways to use video to support learning. To demonstrate experiments. Example is acid-base volcano experiment. Second is to exemplify abstract concepts. It exemplifies a concept like how does a fire starts. Third is to illustrate 3D models. They also demonstrate time passage. Example is awesome HD Slinky Slow-Mo. To demonstrate decision-making processes, example is conflicts in the workplace. So there are videos that has sources and solutions which helps us in decision-making. The last 3 are to summarize, to illustrate performances in music, and to show practical activities. Example is how to melt metal. There are 3 steps in producing audiovisuals. The first step is planning. Planning is the most critical aspect of producing since it requires a purpose. Why is there a need to produce? The brainstorming of how it will be possible to produce the audiovisual and the preparations needed for it to be successful. The second step is production. Production is the shooting or recording stage of an audio and video. The last step is publishing. The publishing phase is the final part of producing audio or video. It is often referred to as post-production and it requires editing. Here are different programs to create, edit, and publish videos. To create, first we have Audacity. Audacity is a free and open source digital audio editor and recording application software. GarageBand is a line of digital audio workstations for different devices that allows users to create music or podcasts. Windows Media is also used to record and edit videos. To edit, Windows Movie Maker offers the ability to create and edit videos. Virtual DJ is an audio and video mixing software for Microsoft Windows and Mac OS developed by Atomix Productions. QuickTime Pro is capable of handling various formats of digital video, picture, sound, panoramic images, and interactivity. To publish, we can use the web accessing to YouTube, Vimeo, or SlideShare. Audio-visual samples for elementary school children. Here we have BBC, VoiceAmerica.com, and Storynori. This is what I have learned. Teachers should be educated in the new tools like audiovisual materials that can be beneficial in their teaching as well as their students' learning processes. Your like, share, and comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching. Adios!